Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 3 of The Chase from the Hunchback of Notre. We are going to get right down to it. So let's make a start. So just like every other day, if you want to just recap the video quickly, I'm going to give you some time to pause this video now and go and watch this video again. You don't have to do it if you've already watched it, okay? But if you do want to, there's a link at the top there, or I will post a hyperlink on the Class Dojo story, okay? Right, so we've already written about the part of the story where night falls upon Paris. We've written about the part where a traveller family tried to flee Paris by boat, and the third bit is going to be about when the soldiers ambushed the travellers. So now we've done that, let's look at what skill we're going to use today. We're going to use symbolism. Now, we have used symbolism in class before. It sounds more complicated than it is. All symbolism is about is using a mixture of similes and metaphors, but giving them a theme. So, if you remember, when we were in class, we looked at the symbolism in Macbeth, and we looked at a symbolism of a forest, and we made everything animals in the forest to keep linking it back. We also looked at the symbolism of death, and we were linking everything back to things about death and skeletons and graveyards. And we've looked at symbolism since a few times. Okay, now, first thing you need to do is you need to make an inspirations page. So if you just take a few minutes to do that now, please pause the video. Okay. And the next thing you need to do, today what we're going to do is I've already chosen the theme for us just to make it a bit easier. Now, the traveller family were on a boat. So, what you're going to use, the symbolism of boats. Everything to do with the ocean, boats and sailing. And we're going to keep linking our similes and metaphors back to boats and sailing and the ocean. Okay, so we've got a theme right through it. We're weaving it through the full story now. Because of that, the first thing you need to do, you do need to do this. I've posted a little video there. You can type that address in if you want, but what I think will be easy is if you go into the Class Dojo class story, and I'm going to post the link of this video as well. So you need to pause this video now and go and watch this video about vocabulary about boats and sea transportation, because that will give you a lot of your ideas for today. You need to have those words and that understanding of vocabulary before you can use symbolism. So I want you to pause the video now and you must watch that video over there. Okay, you must watch that video over there. So find the link for it on Class Dojo and watch that now, please. Okay, now we've done that, I want us to think about similes linked to sailing and boats that we can use to describe the travellers. So, think about it, you've got these two people, the mother, the father and the baby, so I guess 3 people. Now, if I was linking it back to boats, those people probably aren't big enough to be a boat. What could I link them to? Okay, and I want to show what they are doing as well. So these are the ideas I've come up with. I've said they are like anchors steadying themselves to the ground. They're like barnacles clinging onto the bottom of a ship for dear life. Now, it didn't mention in that video over there what a barnacle is. A barnacle is like a little shell, and there's a creature inside it that basically sucks onto the bottom of boats and onto rocks and on the bottom of big mammals like whales in the water. I've also put like cargo ships cradling their precious treasure. I've thought about the fact that they're carrying something like a cargo ship. We've done some linking those ideas together. They are like life jackets providing safety to their baby. So look all the time and think about how the vocabulary I've learned in that video links to what they are doing as well. So you might struggle with that. You find to copy my ideas if you want. So what I would say do now, pause the video, copy my ideas, come up with some of your own if you can. Okay guys, let's go on to them. Now, this time we're going to describe the soldiers. Now what I've done is I've put a photograph there of the silhouettes. So a silhouette is basically just like an outline, a shadow, because they can't see them, they're almost hidden away. And I want to show that they're quite scary and dangerous, these soldiers. So whereas before I was saying there were things like life jackets, the travellers, the soldiers need to be something scarier, but I'm still going to keep the theme of boats in the ocean. Okay, so these are the ideas I came up with. They are like the sails of sunken pirate ships, like a pile of broken oars paddling towards death, like a fleet of battleships, like the contents of a cargo ship full of death. So look how this time my similes are much more scarier, much more dangerous sounding. I'm really building up that atmosphere with them. So I want you to pause the video now, have a go at doing that for me, please. Okay, boys and girls, let's go on to paragraph 3 now. This time I want us to describe the sound. So as the two start to fight, the soldiers start to come for the travellers. There's going to be a loud noise. Now, I want to link that sound again back to boats, back to the ocean. What things would be loud at sea if you were on a boat? What things would be very loud? So I've come up with the following ideas. A wave, it should say a wave of sound, crashed down like a tidal wave. Sound sank down on them like an ancient ship. An almighty rocket cracked like an iceberg through the hull of the Titanic. Okay, so write some of those ideas down now, please. Pause this video, write down some of those ideas. Okay, and we're going to do just one last little bit on paragraph 3. And I want us to show the violence of the soldiers, linking it to the idea of the oceans or ships. Okay, so I've come up with they're like a school of ravenous sharks, like a fleet of fighting battleships, with the deadliness of a toxic jellyfish. So I'm thinking about things that at sea that are really dangerous. Might be like they're like a catastrophic whirlpool. They're like again, you might go for that idea of the Titanic, an almighty rocket through the hull of the Titanic, like an iceberg hitting a ship, like a cannonball hitting the deck. Okay, so pause the video, take a minute just to write down those blue ideas for me now, please. Okay guys, now we're going to go on to our writing, just like always. Black bits you're allowed to keep the same if you want, but you must keep change the coloured bits. You must change the coloured bits, okay? So let's start with paragraph 1. Arriving at the dock, the family quickly hopped off, like anchors, steadying themselves to the ground. Ha! So I've done one paragraph there, and it's only one sentence, but it's a really meaty, chunky sentence, okay? I'm slowing down what's happening to build that tension. So I want you to pause the video now, take a few minutes to write paragraph 1. Okay, let's go on to paragraph 2 then. So, suddenly, they realised there were 100 shadowy figures. Docked around, so even there I've used the verb docked, that is about boats. Docked around them like the sails of sunken pirate ships. Ha! Here they were. Pirates. Come to steal their treasure. Ha! Okay, so again, even with this pirates bit, I went to something about the sea and about boats and ships here. Your task, however, is to change that orange bit. Okay, so pause the video now, write all of paragraph 2, try and change as much as you can, but you must change that orange bit. Okay, now we've done that, let's go on to paragraph 3. Suddenly, sheep, a wave of sound crashed upon them like a tidal wave. Sheep, and it seemed that a million cannons began to fire. Ha! The fleet of soldiers depended upon them like a school of ravenous sharks. Ha! Now, if you don't already know, the word ravenous means hungry, so it shows that they're out for blood, they're out to murder them and hurt them. Okay, now what I've also realised here is I actually repeated the word suddenly by mistake. Let's see if you can change the word suddenly in the second one when you write it yourself. You might use a different frontal adverbial, or you might say as quick as a flash, in 1 second, a moment later. Okay? Let's pause this video, write paragraph 3. There's a bit more to change there in paragraph 3. Off you go. Okay guys, thank you for doing your writing today. I can't wait to see a photo of it. Remember to submit it by finding your English task on Class Dojo and sending a photo to myself, and I will get your dojos on at the end of the day. Thank you very much. Bye.